Behind the Veil, Unmasking the Ku Klux Klan. Picture a moonless night in 1865, the air thick with the smoke of a war-torn South. In a quiet law office in Pulaski, Tennessee, 6 Confederate veterans gather around a flickering fireplace, their faces shadowed, their voices low. They're restless, bored, defeated, men clinging to a lost cause. What begins as a lark, a secret club with cryptic rituals, spirals into something far darker. The birth of the Ku Klux Klan, a name that would echo through history like a chilling wind. Who were these men who donned white hoods and rode through the night? What drove them to unleash a reign of terror that would scar America for generations? And why, even today, does the Klan's shadow linger in the corners of our society? Buckle up, dear reader, because we're diving deep into the heart of this sinister mystery, peeling back the layers of a story that's as gripping as it is horrifying, the birth of a ghostly empire. It starts innocently enough, or so it seems. In December 1865, 6 young men, James Crow, Richard Reed, Calvin Jones, John Lester, Frank McCord, and John Kennedy, form a social club to cure their small-town boredom. They borrow the Greek word kyklos, meaning circle, and add Klan for alliteration, crafting a name that sounds almost playful. But there's nothing playful about what comes next. Inspired by secret societies like the Ku Klux Adelphon fraternity, they devise elaborate rituals, ghostly white robes, and conical hoods designed to spook the superstitious. Their leader, Nathan Bedford Forrest, a former Confederate general with a brutal reputation, becomes the first Grand Wizard, presiding over an invisible empire of the South. By 1867, this so-called social club morphs into a paramilitary force, hell-bent on undoing the fragile gains of Reconstruction. Freed Black Americans, granted voting rights and civil protections under the 14th Amendment, become their primary target. The Klan's night riders storm through southern towns, their hooded figures illuminated by burning crosses, a symbol that would become synonymous with terror. In South Carolina, 500 masked Klansmen raid a county jail, lynching 8 black prisoners in a single night. In Georgia, they drag black voters from their homes, whipping and murdering to suppress Republican influence. By 1870, the Klan has branches in nearly every southern state, its violence so rampant that a grand jury in Columbia, South Carolina, declares it a state of terror for black communities. But here's the twist. The Klan's first incarnation burns bright and fast. By 1869, even Forrest, shocked by the group's escalating violence, orders it disbanded. Congress delivers the knockout punch with the Ku Klux Klan Act of 1871, empowering President Ulysses S. Grant to suspend habeas corpus and send federal troops to crush the group. By the mid-1870s, the first Klan is all but extinct, its mission to restore white supremacy seemingly achieved through Democratic victories and Jim Crow laws. Yet, like a ghost, the Klan refuses to stay buried. A resurrection fueled by hate. Fast forward to 1915, and the Klan rises from its grave, reborn on a wave of nativism and fear. The spark? D.W. Griffith's The Birth of a Nation, a cinematic blockbuster that romanticizes the Klan as heroic saviors of the South. Based on Thomas Dixon's novel The Klansman, the film glorifies Klansmen as protectors of white virtue, riding to rescue damsels from caricatured black villains. It's a propaganda triumph, drawing 25 million viewers and even earning a private screening at the White House, where President Woodrow Wilson allegedly calls it history written with lightning. Whether he said it or not, the damage is done. The film ignites a Klan revival, and on Thanksgiving Eve, William Joseph Simmons, a failed preacher with a knack for showmanship, lights a cross atop Stone Mountain, Georgia, proclaiming the second Klan's birth. This new Klan is bigger, bolder, and broader in its hatred. No longer just anti-black, it targets Catholics, Jews, immigrants, and anyone deemed un-American. By the 1920s, membership explodes to 4 to 5 million, stretching beyond the South to the Midwest and even the coasts. In Oklahoma, Klansmen infiltrate law enforcement, handing over criminals for midnight floggings. In Indiana, the Klan's influence elects governors and senators. Their parades, like the 1925 march of 30,000 unmasked Klansmen down Pennsylvania Avenue in Washington, D.C., are brazen displays of power. Cross burnings, lynchings, and acid brandings become their calling cards, a grim reminder of their 100% Americanism. But scandal and greed unravel this empire. By 1928, internal corruption, think Imperial wizard Hiram Evans ousting Simmons amid charges of graft, combined with public disgust at their violence, shrinks the Klan to a shadow of its former self. The Great Depression further erodes its base, and by 1944, the second Klan officially disbands under IRS pressure. Yet once again, the story doesn't end. The Civil Rights Era, a bloody resurgence. The 1950s and 60s bring the Klan back with a vengeance, spurred by the Civil Rights Movement. As Black Americans demand equality, the Klan responds with bombs and blood. In Birmingham, Alabama, dubbed Bombingham, Klansmen bomb black homes and churches, most infamously the 1963 16th Street Baptist Church bombing that kills 4 young girls. In Mississippi, the White Knights of the Ku Klux Klan, a splinter group, murder activists like Medgar Evers and the Freedom Summer Trio of Cheney, Goodman, and Schwerner. The FBI, once slow to act, ramps up its efforts, infiltrating Klan ranks and securing convictions, but not before the body count rises. By the 1970s, the Klan's national organization, the United Klans of America, peaks at 30,000 members, but fractures under legal and financial pressure. A 1981 lynching of Michael Donald in Alabama leads to a civil suit that bankrupts the group. Membership dwindles, but the Klan's ideology festers, spawning new factions like the Knights of the White Camellia and forging ties with neo-Nazis and the Aryan nations, a subtle call to uncover more. If you're hooked on unmasking the dark corners of history, hit that subscribe button on Behind the Veil at https://www.youtube.com at Behind Veil Truths. We're diving deeper into the shadows every week, and you don't want to miss what's next. The modern Klan, a fading but persistent menace. Today, the Klan is a shell of its former self, but don't be fooled, it's not gone. The Southern Poverty Law Center estimates 5,000 to 8,000 members across 150 fragmented chapters as of 2024. Groups like the Maryland White Knights and Sacred White Knights have emerged from the ashes of older factions, collaborating with other hate groups like the Aryan Freedom Network. Their rhetoric, think America for Americans, echoes the 1920s, now amplified by the internet and emboldened by anti-immigrant sentiment. In 1997, FBI agents busted a plot by the True Knights to blow up a gas plant in Dallas. In 2020, Tennessee removed a bust of Nathan Bedford Forrest from its capital, a symbolic blow to the Klan's legacy. Yet, in former Klan strongholds, violent crime rates remain elevated, a lingering scar of their corrosive influence. The unfinished case. The Ku Klux Klan's story is a chilling saga of hate, violence, and resilience, a case that's never fully closed. From its ghostly beginnings to its modern-day fragments, the Klan has exploited America's fault lines, feeding on fear and division. But here's the kicker. Understanding this history isn't just about looking back, it's about spotting the warning signs today. What new forms will this hate take? How will society confront it? The clues are out there, waiting to be uncovered. For more stories that rip the veil off history's darkest secrets, subscribe to Behind the Veil at https://www.youtube.com Behind Veil Truths. Join us as we chase the truth no matter how unsettling and keep the spotlight on the shadows. The next chapter is coming. Will you be there to see it?